Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be playing Pressure, but we're going to be doing the modifications and we're going to be doing 1 star. And I will be showing you guys exactly how I beat it, what modifiers I used, and just exactly how hard it is. And I'm telling you right now, it is a hard challenge, but if you know what you're doing, then you'll be perfectly fine when you play this game. But yeah, without further ado, if you guys do like the video, please like and subscribe and enjoy, because this is going to be a very fun video to watch. And don't worry guys, I got y'all. So to start this video off on a good note, we gotta make sure that we have the necessities that we need. We're gonna need a gummy flashlight, 5 sprints. I call them syringes. Sprints don't matter. And then we're also gonna need 3 code breachers. Now, if you're more of a tank damage type of person and you don't want the syringes, then just take 2 medkits. But in that case, let's get straight on to the enemies. So the enemies in this modified run, if you say so, it's just the normal anglers. Nothing too crazy. If you already know how to go against every angler, cool. I'll be explaining how to go against GOM, Pipsqueak, and so on and so forth. We're obviously going to make this a series and get on with it for 2 star, 3 star, and obviously 4 star. But for now, we're doing this because I'm going to be doing this in order, just to make sure that you guys are getting the most proficient way possible of beating all of these. But to go against GOM, it's not really that hard. There's a blue timer that pops up on the top of your screen once you start the game. Once that timer goes out, you want to immediately get to a locker or under a bed. You cannot try and hide from him in like a separate room because he pops up on your screen. So basically what you have to do is immediately go to a locker, get in there for like what, about 2 to 3 seconds. You gotta wait for him to basically open his mouth. So when he's in the animation of opening his mouth, then that's when you want to get out the locker. Super easy, not too hard, but it's just time management and learning on how to actually you gotta learn how to go through doors while also making sure you have a locker in each door too, because if you don't have a locker, he will deal, I believe, 25 to 35 damage, and if you take too much, you're obviously going to have your run ended, and that's not what we want. So you want to get to a locker as soon as possible. Alright, now for Pipsqueak. Pipsqueak isn't that hard either. He's just like Pandemonium. I don't think I activated it in this. Okay, so basically to go against Pipsqueak, which is the hunted modifier that I put on before the video. Basically what he does, he's like Pandemonium, except there's no minigame. You can hide from him without using a locker, of course, but it's gonna be a little harder, and he's really silent, so you gotta listen out for a sound cue where it's like a little whirring sound, where you'll have to kind of know like, oh, it's him, other than the other variants of the anglers, because obviously if you've played the game, the base game, a lot, you would know the difference between the anglers and Pipsqueak. Pipsqueak doesn't even trigger the lights. It'll just make a whirring sound, kind of like Pandemonium. But it's a little louder, so you'll be okay for when it comes to a Pipsqueak coming around. Now for the main base game, it's not that hard doing this. It's just you're gonna need basically time management, of course, like I've mentioned before, and definitely one other thing is making sure you're always in a locker, because if you're not in a locker, you're not gonna have a long run. this run will not last long, and you'll know exactly what I mean by that. Because this run is really hard, only if you make it hard. Now another thing, there is no grand encounters, there is no other cutscenes. You'll be sent to the ridge after you completed all 100 doors, just like the normal base game. However, the ridge is 2 times harder than it is when you're actually playing the base game, because you have the modifiers unlocked, of course. Now, with that being said, when it comes to the ridge, you definitely need to be near a locker after every door. Wait about 5 seconds. If there's nothing there, then go on to the next door. But you want to play the 5-second rule and be as safe as possible, because that's the end and you're about to finish the game. Now another thing, before you do anything stupid, try not to spend too much time in rooms, because there is a angler timer where if you spend too long in a room, anglers will just spawn. So try not to do that. Also, another thing, if there is about what, 10 to 20 doors in the ridge. So if you're quick enough, you can get by it. You can get done with the ridge in about 5 minutes. If you're smart about it and you go through all the doors correctly, like how it's been proposed, then you'll be fine. You won't have to worry about time. Now, one thing I also gotta say is, when you're playing the base game, when you're like in the Hidao Black site instead of the ridge, what you want to do is save up your code breachers. You're gonna need those code breachers to skip some of the doors, the key carded doors in the ridge, because the ridge is one scary place and I do not want you guys getting stuck in there. So save your code breaches for obviously the ridge. And another thing, good luck. Now I will be playing the rest of this video and some clips to kind of show you how I completed it. It was an easy run for me, of course. I've done this plenty of times, but I'm here to show you guys on how to complete it. Yeah, just enjoy the rest of the video, and I'll just let you guys chill from here.